Hello guys, welcome back. We are here in late September, and our advance into Burma and into China are both going very well. We've also made a bit of a move against the Americans in the Pacific front, but negative side of things, we have lost some cities in Borneo, including Kudat, which unfortunately their culture, as you can see, went and covered our oil here. So that's going to be a bit of an issue, because I was kind of banking on the fact we would have oil back up again. Now we're just working with these two oil resources. Okay. Well, so I think just, I guess, go ahead and, yeah, I don't know. Borneo's more or less a lost cause. We're down to one plane over it. Now you understand why we're moving so fast against Burma. Trying to secure this oil here. There's also another oil I was checking around the map earlier. Way over here. Of course, if I were to take the city of Darlag, the city would probably be in revolt for, 7 turns, 8 turns, something like that. And then I would have to build culture enough to push the culture all the way over here. So it might be 10 turns after I take Darlag to secure oil over here. But, I'm running out of options, so I'm willing to try whatever. So over here, let's go ahead and get all our forces. I think, well... Yeah, do we just come and congregate our force onto these two tiles here and try to... Well, no, because then we would have no trade routes. So, we're quickly running out of time. Not that we... okay, let's just come back here. Yeah, oil situation sucks, man. But it sucked for a while, so it's nothing new. Well, we're scouting out the area. Okay, hold on. So something happened here. I forgot to talk about all this. Probably should have done that. So they bombed here. Okay, they sunk my submarine that I sent over here from the Aleutian Islands. So I don't know how they're doing so well in their anti-submarine warfare. But like the second I had a submarine slightly enter the theater of war, he gets sunk. So that's really unfortunate. I don't know. They came over here. They blew up a fishing boat here, whaling boat here, fishing boat here. So I guess they somehow got a submarine up over here, which is not great. So I need to send this destroyer out looking. So he blew up all these fishing boats. So he got this one first, then here, then here, then here. So I'm guessing he's somewhere over here, right? Because the submarines don't have that much movement. Submarines have, 14 movement. So he should be like right here right there he is, okay. That's what I get for not having a destroyer up here. So it is what it is. Big pain. I don't know. Like, let's look at it like this. Workboats cost 72 production to build, and the submarine 360. So I think I'd still come out ahead, hammers-wise. Of course, it is a pain in the butt to lose all that food for several turns, but hey, not the end of the world. Okay. Scout out ahead for any more submarines. You never know. Okay, let's come back here. We have another destroyer here. I can't believe that submarine popped up in the one place I don't have a destroyer. Because I have one here in the mid of Japan, and one over here in the south of Japan, but not over there in the north. So, good play on them. They got me good. Okay, let's come on back here. Okay, let's deal with that later. Let's move our armies first. So, well, let me go over the rest of this. Blah blah blah. So they They bombarded a lot of defenses, yeah. So something also... So they blew up these fishing boats. They shot down my Zero, and it looks like my Zero did not even inflict any damage onto their 37th Interceptor group. So that's very bad luck, if I'm understanding. Because I don't see my Zero over here anymore. Because I did just move a Zero over here, I thought. And now I don't have a Zero over here. So they shot down my Zero just like that. Very bad luck, because I'm pretty sure he had several promotions, if it's the same Zero I'm thinking about. And so we're losing the air fight above Burma already. So we lost our Zero, took some more damage for our other fighters. He bombed me because our fighters are not doing their job. We haven't inflicted any damage on their fighters. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not great. Our air campaign above Burma is not going great. They bombed us. My 104... So they killed a unit here. I think that's an infantry unit. They killed one of my infantry units with their armor division, and then he got out of there. As you can see, the city... they went ahead and abandoned the city. They bombarded a bunch of defenses everywhere, blah, blah, blah. They took this city, and they took this city. Yeah. He gave it back to the Dutch. He's holding on to this city. Other than that, we intercepted one enemy air unit. Yeah, I don't know what's up with our fighters. They did not have a good turn this last turn above Burma. And I need you to be on your point, because we need to push this oil. Anyways, so that's what happened. They took a couple cities. They're moving artillery here. Yes. Okay. Let's turn on this. Enemy military. So, if we look over here, we can see... I have talked a couple of times about the Chinese having like one big force left over here somewhere in the area. And it looks like that's that big force is right here. As you can see, there's 8 Chinese infantry on the bottom on top of all those other... So I don't know, what is that, like 24 Chinese infantry units right here. So I think this is pretty much like their stack they have left. Unfortunately, I don't really have the manpower here to really put a hurting on them. But we do have lots of bombers in the area, as we know. So what I'm going to do with these guys, I got to, of course, move them up here. All my infantry, of course, we're sitting on the... we have a medic here, so I really just need to let them heal. As for the artillery, the flag can also sit there. As for the artillery, do I hit the city? Take out their defenses? Because I'm assuming this big stack is going to come sit in the city and help defend it. Or do I hit this big stack of infantry and deal some collateral damage? I'll tell you what. Let's call a bomber. Let's see. So there's no... there is no allied fighters above China who can contest my bombers, raining hell on this guy. So with this artillery, I think I'm going to go ahead and just hit the defenses of Chengdu. What are these? So he has the accuracy promotion. Let's hit them. That's a good amount of damage. Wow. 52 to 38. Okay, let's do it again. He's also got the accuracy promotion. Yeah. These guys do not have the accuracy. But still. That's 10. That's 10. So we have 2 more artillery units. I think I'm just going to have a ton of bombers hit this big stack of Chinese infantry right here, because I'm not about to use those bombers anywhere else, I don't think. It's pretty much going to be all focused on here. So, with that being said, let's hit that down to 0. And, yes, deal some collateral damage. We're going to hurt this Chinese stack. We're not going to be able to attack them this turn, but, boy, are we going to hurt them. Okay. So we're calling on bombers wherever they may be, and we're just gonna target this stack. Well, let me do my other movements just in case I find something else for my bombers to do. For example, It's about time that we take over this city, right? We've been pursuing it for a while, so let's move in. Who doesn't need to heal? Okay, practically everyone here needs to heal. I have all these flax. And they, with, what, did they all fail to, like, hit these planes that were targeting the stack? That's not great. I have 5 flax here. Anyways, yes, sir. Let's move in. Do we take control, or do we give it to our vassal? Jail, courthouse, fortifications. I don't know. Why would I give it to my vassal? I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, I'll give it to them. Why not? Because I get 2 free units on it, which is, I mean, it's not like a big deal, but it's something. Alright. So we have all these units nearby. I want to target these guys. I want to get these Chinese infantry hit. Okay. But I do want to keep the... I do want to get these guys healed. Let's do a recon mission over the area here. Oh, wow, it's out of range. Let's do it. I was trying to hit... Because if I do this, like, tile, I can't get both of these cities. Is there another... dive bomber or something? Yeah. I need to relocate these fighters, don't I? Okay, whatever. I'll just get this dive bomber, send you here. Yeah, they're posting up to fight for the city of Mandalay, looks like. Couple of American anti-tank units. They got a Lightning, P-38 Lightning, and several infantry units, but overall we definitely still have the upper hand here. Of course, we don't have air superiority, so we need to rely on artillery units to deal our collateral damage. He made a railroad here. I wonder if my paratrooper could land here and capture the workers. I know he can't land and then attack. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Anyways, I would like to maybe split up my force if I can. I don't know if that's completely wise. Of course, these guys still need to heal. But if I have one force kind of hitting up here in the north, while a second force is down here attacking Rangoon, I think that would play off well. Yeah, so I'm not too concerned about air superiority over Vietnam at this point, so I think I'm going to relocate these 2 strength 8 and 8s over here to Chiang Mai. Right here. Because we need to we need to do our best to secure air superiority, because I cannot have my force get bombed here. Or I need to limit that as much as possible. Okay. So how do I want to move here? Of course, if I end my turn on the jungles, that's 10% damage per turn. We have a decent amount of artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artillery units. And this city is on a hill. It's stocked full of infantry with the city garrison promotion. So I really... I need to find out what's in this city, I think. Absolutely. So I think I need to do one more mission over here. So let me get a bomber that's over here in the south. This guy doesn't have range over here anyway. So let me pick up this guy. Let's see what they got going on over here. Alright, what do we got? Wow, where are they getting all these infantry units from? 7 at the bottom, so they have even more infantry right here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, looks like I have this guy. I will do one last recon mission right here. Alright. Decent amount of infantry, but not as much as up north in these two cities. That's why I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to split up my force, potentially. Not split up this force, but have this force kind of come down here. Yeah, so how do I want to pull this? Okay. I probably need some more garrisons here. I think I want to blow up this road to keep this city safe from them just running into it. Okay, so this garrison will come here. So it looks like most of my infantry here, not you, but will take 2 turns to heal. Further bombing raids notwithstanding. So I would feel, of course, there's a bunch of hill towers here, so I would be taking advantage of that as well. Like cavalry units, strength 15, could come have them end their turn here on this road. You know, they actually don't have a bunch of fighters, now that I'm thinking about it. Well, I mean, they actually have some down here. But there's only one in the air at the moment. This strength 12 guy with combat 2. But of course... Yeah, I'm not about to come launch bombing raids because that's a little bit too early. Okay. I got my tanks here. And of course, I think I need to send infantry onto this jungle tile as well to help blow up the road, because it has a 50% defensive bonus. Damn, this is gonna be a slog to fight through this. They have so much infantry. Okay, tell you what. Okay, let me take care of other things first, so I can like focus on other things first. Okay. Let's get these couple Chinese infantry out of the way here. Come here, can heal you up. So this big stack here, yeah, as you can see, they are in desperate need of healing. Of course, the artillery I could move up. That would take a few turns to get over here. But as for all the infantry, let's see. All the infantry, yeah, I'll be giving you pinch, I think. We're pretty much fighting Indian infantry up ahead. Combat 3. Right. You're fully healed. So all these guys that are wounded, I'm just going to have them come here into Kunming. Skip your turn, and everyone here is going to just start healing. And this medic here, he's going to have to sit here healing all these guys for a while. What I really need is for my next Great General to actually be given the Medic 3 promotion. That's going to be my my goal for my next Great General. I've assigned too many Great Generals onto the military academies, but for my next one, I'll be making him a medic 3. Because this is going to be a lifesaver, I think, and healing my forces. So I think when I finish West Point, that's plus 4 XP. Barracks is plus 3, so that's 7. And then I have the Civic, 2. So 9 XP plus the Great General's 20. So that'll give that. I think I'll train maybe a cavalry unit here with 2 movement. I'll give him the morale and a medic 3 promotion, and that way he can move around with maximum, with 3 movement and healing everybody. And since he's a cavalry unit, he'll be lower strength and hopefully avoid combat. Okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking ahead for how I'm going to do my next Great General. Okay, so you're healing all these guys. I could have you move up. What is going on here in this Chinese city? Do I have another bomber down here I can use? I don't think so. Well, I have this guy. But I want all these bombers to pretty much be hitting over here. But you know what? No, let me do one recon mission. I think that's worth it. So let me do it right. There's nothing here. A couple bombers and 3 Chinese infantry. So we can definitely just come and push them out of here right away. Of course, it is several tiles away, so it would take me a few turns to get over there. I'm guessing that these Chinese infantry have relocated from over here. They're probably stationed over here in the capital, and when they saw what's coming over here, they kind of moved up here. Yeah. But with, if my tanks were to come over here, if I were to bomb this city, could my tanks and cavalry take the city of Bayou? So I can take it in like 3 turns? Interesting question. I'm not like in a huge rush to take Chengdu, but if we take this city, that's pretty much cuts them off completely from the Allies. That's like the Burma Road cut off. Okay, I think I might do that. I did talk before. You know what? I'm going to have my tanks and my cavalry. Not you, because you need to heal. But these guys, if I come position them here on this hill is perfect. Because then they could potentially either hit this city next turn, Chengdu, or they can move onto this hill, because they have 2 movement. So I'm going to do just that. I know it's not a big force, but hey. And I'd rather you heal. These guys, with this huge stack here, I need to keep all this infantry here, because they could turn around and attack this city. So, for at least another turn, keeping them here. And of course, my tanks and cavalry, right here, could move onto this forest. And then they could position themselves to also hit this city of Bayou in a few turns. Which would leave the Chinese with only these cities right here, and then like a few cities over here out way off where I don't really care about. So I think this was a good play. These tanks and cavalry, I'm going to have them come sit on this forest tile right here. And they're actually safe from any allied counterattack, it looks like. Because the road only allows you to move 3 tiles. So he could go 1, 2, 3, but he wouldn't be able to hit me here. So I'm going to move all these guys. Boom. Blitzkrieg. We're moving on by you. I'm going to be bombing by you next turn. This turn, like I said before, I'm dedicating all my bombers to hitting this stack here. Because I got to weaken that stack. That is way too strong. Where's my bombers? So let's start hitting that stack now that I have my plan in motion. Okay. Looking for my bombers. Another one. So next, I mean, unless they sit there and heal, which they're almost certainly not going to do, they're not going to be able to heal for at least another turn, because they're probably going to come here in the city, and they're going to have moved, so they won't be able to heal. So then I'm going to really be able to put the hurting on them. Let's keep hitting them. Let's keep hitting them with bombing raids. Boom, we got 3 bombers lined up here. Let's do, let's get to work. Yeah. No air superiority over there, so we're just all hitting right here. Doing a lot here. Any more bombers? Surely I have another 1 or 2 somewhere. Well, I thought I did. This guy. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Okay. Let's hit them again. Excellent. So just out of curiosity, I don't think... Well, if I were to come here, that's 98% chance. And of course, all these guys have the city garrison bonus. So all things being equal, they're weaker out here than they are in the city. But of course, if I let them enter the city, that's like another round of collateral damage they're able to take. I would only be able to attack them with like a few units, so I'm not even going to bother attacking them here. I'd rather keep my strength. I don't think I'm going to be able to take this city next turn, but I can definitely put the hurting on them. So yeah, let's skip our turn here. I'll come back to this transport. So I have my plan over here for dealing with China. How do I want to deal with my human adversaries here in Burma? I think I need to paradrop this paratrooper onto this road and just pillage that road. I think that's the best course of action. There's no roads anywhere down here. I mean, there's a road way down here in the south, but like all along these jungles, there is not one road to be found. I guess the closest he could do is come here and then here, but I would be able to see him coming for a turn. I'm going to give you Gorilla. I should have given you Gorilla too. So I'm going to come here. Damn it! I forgot fighters could intercept paratroopers. And now he has no more movement, it looks like. To be fair to me, I don't play the late game very often. I guess it does say can invade interception. But I didn't know that if he was intercepted, he doesn't have his movement. That is unfortunate. Now he's almost certainly going to die. Especially with the jungle there. I'm sorry, man. Well, I wasn't counting on that. This fighter here. Okay. That plan didn't work. Yeah, I want to cut off this city here. So much infantry. Well, not, I mean, I'm just worried about, like, by the time I finally approach any of these cities, they're going to have hit me so many times. I almost feel like I should, like, wait and not push it, but I don't know if that's the play. So they have 35, they almost have 40 infantry units all here in Burma, it looks like, according to this military advisor. So 40 infantry units all within, like, this strip of land here, which is incredible. We do not have that kind of manpower. Of course, they're, like, spread out a little bit, but... So what I think is the play is maybe wait for reinforcements. I can't wait for reinforcements. I don't know. If I take out this Chinese stack here, that's pretty much the end of China, except for like a small garrison in each of these cities. So at that point, I could relocate most of my forces up here, down south, and really hit Burma. From like this direction from the north, and over here from the west. Or from the east, I should say. Okay. I've been thinking about this whole turn. This is a big move. It's basically my attack force. So who here needs to be healed? Yeah, like I said, everyone here essentially needs to be healed. But of course, there is a defensive bonus for 50%, so I have to consider that even with the malaria doing 10% damage. So I'm going to just pick up several infantry to take advantage of that. And they're not going to be able to heal, but that's okay. I think some of these people, a lot of these people also have the woodsman promotion. So let me try to look for those guys. Yeah, woodsman. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think pretty much my default Chinese or Japanese infantry start with woodsman. So that's actually awesome. So, not the paratrooper. Yeah, so they all have an additional 20% defense in this tile. It'll be tough to force the Indians out of Burma. So I need to hit their logistics. Damn, I wish I could have pulled off that stunt here. that would have helped a lot. Yeah, okay. So all these guys here, we're going to come here. Maybe even a couple more. I'm going to keep the medic here because I want him to heal the other guys. I want you to heal. Alright. That should be fine. I don't think they're really going to come at me. They don't have a ton of artillery here. They have, of course, the bombers. So I think I should split up some of my flaks. I'll keep the, send 3 flaks here. Keep the other 2 flaks here. The cavalry units. I'll send over here. Yeah, the cavalry units I'm going to send into the jungle, I think. Well, no, I won't do that. I'll keep them here in this city. Alright. All the artillery need to heal as well, so guess I'll heal you. Heal you. Keep you in the city. Okay, so bit of a turn. Sorry, I'm spending a lot of time thinking. With this big stack, so these guys are healed. don't want to have them end up in the jungle. Okay, where's my workers at? So we're slowly building our way over here. Good news is with 3 workers on 1 tile, we can get a railroad done in 1 turn, so let's do that. But it's still not fast enough. I need it faster. I need another few workers. Get this railroad built. So we're going pretty fast. I could use a few more workers, but we are training more over here. Yeah, just get a railroad on these few tiles here, and then come over here and also build some railroads over here for my vassal. Okay. I guess I'm happy with how things are over here. I'm not thrilled about this, but I mean, I have to remember 50% defense. They all have the woodsman. I think it's fine. I mean, he could really... honestly, he just has a ton of infantry. He does have bombers. But we still have a couple of fighters here. Hopefully they're good for something. So he'll be able to hurt me, definitely. But we can pillage this road and come back here. And I think the goal for my force here is to heal for a couple more turns, while these guys are healing, and while I'm moving on Bayou. And hopefully by that point, my bombers can be freed up and we can start doing some damage here. But dear God, I just need to get oil. Like everything's just really coming down to that. With this stack, even more artillery, I think I'm going to move you... Decent amount of artillery here. I do need to bring the artillery to Burma. So I'll just go ahead and move you over here. Alright, so this transport, I think I would like to send you on your way to the Pacific Front. So I got a whole other set of decisions to make over here, don't I? We took these 2 islands last turn, and I don't know how America is responding, if they're even able to. So with that being said, where's this transport? Here you are. I think let's go ahead and pick up this Marine. Boom. And yeah, we're going to send you on your way. Probably do a bit of island hopping. I don't like to be... I know they have submarines out here, so I'm afraid of that. So I guess I'll just have you come over here. I should have paired you with this destroyer, whatever. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and, like, take our turn over here. So we have all our carriers down here. I think I should go ahead and just load up my Marines back onto the transports. I do have another right over here. A battleship and a transport with another Marine good to go. But he can't quite get over here. He's gotta end his turn in open water, which I'm not thrilled about. I might have a destroyer to escort that transport. Let's figure out what the Americans are thinking. I've had a few people in the comments wonder why I'm not repositioning my Pacific fleet here from taking on the Americans to come over here to take on Singapore. I think my main contention with that is he has way too many planes in Singapore. If you recall how many planes he had over Singapore, he definitely has air dominance over the area. And with my carrier group, I have 6 zeros. While that's impressive, I'm not confident that those 6 zeros are enough to completely protect me from their air superiority that the British have. But I am confident in the fact that I am the only one with aircraft carriers over here in the fight against the Americans. So I'm trying to push the advantage that I do have aircraft carriers over here. Because over here, the British not only have air superiority, but they also have a number of cities they can hide in and move their ships around in. Yeah, so that's my thinking. I don't know if that's correct, but I'm just worried if I come back over here, they're going to be able to shoot down all my zeros and then really start hitting my fleet, and then they also have a little bit of a fleet of their own, so. Anyways, and one more thing, I'm trying to kick the Americans while they're down, because ultimately America is the juggernaut. They get free units every so often. I don't remember. Yeah, so look at new American reinforcements have arrived in the Pacific. This happened last turn. And so it's every so often they get like free ships just for free. So I need to keep pressure on the Americans. And that's my thinking. Is it correct? That's debatable. Singapore would have been nice to have. But now you guys know why I'm pushing on the Americans. Okay. I need to do some recon over the Hawaiian Islands. So let's do just that. Get a little bit closer. I paired it with this destroyer just in case I run into a submarine. Alright. He's got 2 GIs, a garrison, and an artillery, and a maritime patrol aircraft. Wow. Okay. I think I saw this last turn, but it's just incredible. He hasn't really reinforced it. He has a bit more in Pearl Harbor, including a ton of flax, and artillery as well. Those artillery are going to be able to hit my ships if I end my turn next to their city. But just 1 GI? Am I looking at that correctly? Okay, 2 GIs. He's got 2 GIs and then a bunch of flak and artillery. I desperately need more transports over here ASAP. I can take the Hawaiian Islands if I have more transports over here. Wow. Okay. Right. Well, I'm working on it. I have 3 transports somewhat in the area. I don't think... Hold on. Well, let me look. Well, I just loaded my transport this turn. But theoretically, I could hit Hilo from here. Or Pearl Harbor. I think I should go... If I was to go for one of them, I should take the big island Hilo first. Because it's just less units I'd have to contend with. I guess. I mean, of course, he probably would start airlifting people there. But still, with the amount of firepower our cruisers and battleships are going to rain down, not to mention our fighters. I think I need to move to take Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I know it's going to take more than a couple turns, but could you imagine? If we take Hawaii, Midway would fall right after. And then what does America have? Like, Bora Bora? Samoa? Like, this is like his outpost in the Pacific. Then the western, like, California is wide open for me to potentially hit. And I don't have to worry about, like, I don't know. I guess California is almost open for me to hit right now. He has no fighters above Hawaii at all. That's a mistake. I'm assuming he sent all his fighters to China or Burma or wherever. Where is America? Is he playing weak? Is he trying to goat me into like a trap? Guys, okay. How far can we get, potentially? We can get all the way over here. Because I'm worried about, like, if I end my Navy's turn right here, so I can bombard Hilo. I'm worried that he would have his navy potentially come over here and like hit me. I think I'm just gonna go for it. We gotta play aggressive with the Americans, and if I take Hawaii, oh boy, I would probably be able to press that advantage. I don't know. There's no oil on Hawaii, but man, okay. We come over here, so this transport's what's slowing us down here. So maybe I'll have a few ships over here with like my transports. Okay, hold on. How far can you get? You can get all the way. You can't even get. Oh, damn it. Okay. I'm gonna have this destroyer that's wounded, and then this full strength destroyer here. I'm assuming they just have maybe a submarine in the area, and that's all I need. But yeah. We also have our battleship here. Okay. Yeah, let's come on over here. Boom, 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 boom. So that should be good to protect this transport. Dear God, I'm hoping. But I mean, I'd be amazed if they came at me from somewhere. I wish I had sightlines on Midway. That does worry me a little bit, but I think we're good. As far as there being a naval presence on Midway, I don't think we're dealing with that. Hold on, this maritime range of 14. He's just outside of Midway here, but range of 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should be able to hit Midway if I move a maritime over here to Johnson, right? So I think I'm going to go ahead and move one here. I hope so. Send you here. Send you here. Oh, and of course we have this other carrier who's on the way. Yeah, you can heal. Or can we end our turn? We can't come over here. I'm worried about submarines, so I'm really trying not to end my turn in open water. So I can't come over here, damn. I'll come over here. That's unfortunate, I can't get over here, but hey, what can you do? Okay. So there's that one transport. Meanwhile, I have this transport who can only make it to here. They don't have any sort of dive bombers or anything here. The maritime patrol aircraft can attack units. But, of course, I'm going to have my zeros on the interception mode, so I'm not worried. They could maybe come attack my transport, but I'm not too worried. So let's send this transport and destroyer out. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna have you end your turn. Why? So I'm trying to determine how far out your visibility extends over the open ocean. Why can I see one tile to the west here, but two tiles to the east here? You see that? From my cultural borders. Is it because this is ocean and this is coast? Anyways, I don't know. I'm just gonna have you end your turn right here. my other transport where you're at right here. I'm gonna have more people come to protect those transports, to be clear. But yeah, let's full steam ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make history. Nothing's happening immediately, as I explained, but we have not gotten this close to Hawaii ever. Because even on the turn of Pearl Harbor, I think our Navy was stationed, like, right over here. But this is definitely the closest the Japanese Imperial Navy has gotten to Pearl Harbor. He's going to see me, and he's going to freak out. Okay. So we can get this group over here. So there's no there's one artillery here that can kind of return fire on my Navy, but it's not going to be enough to do much. But I think I want to have my Navy kind of... Well, we'll see. What is a slow guy here? It's this Congo-class battleship. But these guys can come here, hit, and then back up to here. So I don't have to deal with return fire from the artillery. I don't want to subject myself to artillery return fire. I want to keep them all fully healed if I can. So with that being said, yeah, let's come on over here. Oh, we are sailing into the... we are so close away. Okay. Of course, my carriers. I suppose I'd... Trying to figure out if these guys have enough movement to come here and then come back here. I don't think they do, though. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start hitting their defenses here. I think that's 3%, okay. Small fries, but we got to start hitting them. I'm taking my turn with every move that I make because I'm a little bit nervous. Okay. 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 Catching my breath. So, not the carrier. But if I were to come here... 11 movement for the battleships. Of course, they're a little bit slower. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, sorry, let me count. So that was, what, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So except for the battleships, I could have everyone else, the cruisers, all come over here, hit their targets, but not these guys. Here, what can we do here? So 9 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think... Yeah, we need to hit Hilo, because I want to be able to attack them next turn with our transports potentially, to start putting some damage on them. So I'm definitely trying to maximize the bombardment I can do. So I'm going to pick up all my cruisers, all my destroyers. And yeah, we're going to come on our way. Nice. Almost completely shredded their defenses, and they're not even, yeah. They're not even, we haven't even brought in the battleships yet. And that's like half of our naval force. These guys, yeah, so as I said, 9 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm trying to keep my stack all in one piece. They have so few units here, I'm not concerned about getting these guys in for a bombardment. So I'm just going to have you guys come here. Have you guys come there. Perfect. Just enough movement. Wonderful. The battleships here. Movement of 11. Could we do anything? I don't think so. 1. I'm not trying to blow up the lumber mill because I'm gonna own that lumber mill very soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. So many battleships. So many carriers. The Imperial Navy. Okay. So, our carriers, I do want to do some recon. Because if I see any ships out there anywhere, I want to be able to hit them with all my dive bombers. So let's go ahead and send all my battleships and cruisers to sleep. Yes. Okay. And my transport as well. Okay. So my carriers... Yeah, they all have at least a decent amount of movement. Well, this guy has no more planes left on it, so you can come skip your turn here. I'm going to keep the 2 carriers with the zeros here. I'll move them later. But of course, with all the dive bombers, let's see. These guys have the longer range. We have a movement of 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can get over here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Let's start scanning the horizon. I'm guessing they probably don't have anyone down here. I think we're safe. I gotta assume we're safe. If I have a plane discover their navy on the very last plane, that would be bad. Because then I couldn't react to it, right? Alright, these guys. Yeah, let's come way up here. Okay, I'm gonna assume we're safe. Well... Okay, this time I'm just going to have you hit this city. And these 2 planes... yeah, I don't want to come do 2% damage. I just want to be absolutely certain that there's nothing out here that's going to hit me. Okay. Oh, we did our best looking for the American Navy. As far as I can tell, it either doesn't exist or it's... I'm sure it exists to some degree. But it's holed up here over in the sunny California. Right. Beautiful. But this was a big move, guys. So, defense is almost gone from Hilo. He's got 4 land units defending it. So obviously we can't take it next turn. But we should be able to put enough damage on it that our Marines should be pretty much undamaged, more or less. So even if we can't take it in the next 2 turns, I don't think 3 or 4 turns are unheard of to take Hilo. And after that, of course, Pearl Harbor will soon fall. I don't know why he put all his flak here and none here. A little strange, but hey. Okay. Okay. What's done is done. Training more infantry. I do need to keep funneling. I think I'm just going to have this transport here kind of channeling people back and forth from Japan over to the Chinese front, because that's where you're needed. Come over here. 8 movement, perfect. So it's a perfect 8 turns back and forth between Nagasaki and Shanghai. So boom. Let's make sure we load up somebody. Yeah, we always need more infantry in our push. Yeah, let's load up another infantry. All right. Big turn. Big turn. Okay. So now let's do a little bit less mentally stimulating tasks, like deciding which tile to put a railroad on. Yes. Okay. There's something over here I thought I wanted to do. Oh yeah, this city has the ironworks. National wonder. So it's plus 100% production. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give this mine to this city. I think that's worth it. Yeah, whatever. Small thing, but I did see that earlier, and I was thinking about that. So that leaves this city with no hammers, but that's okay. Yeah, we're building rail. Well, I can't want to bring your ass over here to come help make the railroad in southern China. That's too many turns away. I'm just going to have you over here improving that production over here. Making a mine here. Making a railroad here. All right. Yeah, I don't exactly know how many forces the Chinese have here, so I'm going to keep on holding 3 infantry here. But of course, when the front line gets pushed back, I'm more than happy to move these guys up. Let's move you up. Good. Shanghai is supposed to be our 0 factory city, but we have no oil, so right now it's a garrison factory. Yeah. Artillery is always needed in Burma, so let's send you on your way. Training garrisons here to no avail. Let's train a flag here. I guess we could work these 2 cottages, why not? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I could take a gamble and just come see what the Americans have here. I'm certain I can't come in here and take it. I'm sure they have somebody protecting it, so I don't know if I want to use my tank like that. I'm going to come sit this tank on this worker stack. I am trying to make a railroad over here because eventually this will be a big military base, and I'm trying to connect the railroad up over here. I do want to make a farm here. I need irrigation. Okay, this is irrigated from right here, so I'll make a farm here in a second. Alright, got a tank. Another tank coming up. Beautiful. From when we had oil for 1 turn. Yeah, I'm not completely ready to give up. I need to keep some garrisons, because I don't know. Just to be safe, I don't think the AI is going to do it, but they could send a big stack over here. I don't think they'll do that. Whatever. Skip your turn. Marine here, yes, that works for me. Eat lunch. Random Chinese communists sitting here in the middle of my territory. They could have sent more, just curious course of action by them. Anyways, I do need more garrisons over here. Where was I sending you? I think he picked up this infantry somewhere. That's right. I'm sending him to the Pacific front because he has amphibious, and I do need more transports to help take away, don't I? I gotta send you to Iwo Jima. Okay, so we actually have 2 transports over here in Iwo Jima. Good. So all transports are being sent to the Pacific front. All hands on deck. Need to get a garrison or something here. This marine belongs on the front lines. I don't think the Chinese have a random... I did not mean to select this guy. Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure that this... Yeah, okay. So you're shipping your turn. You got a lot of promotions. Yeah, I send you to Burma. I'll have another bomber here. Completely missed that. My bad. What do I do with you? Well, I mean, it's not too late. I could bomb this stack. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, this is more pertinent. This is more urgent. Weakening this stack, so I'm going to do that. This other bomber is healing. I'm going to continue letting him... Well... Scratch that. They don't have air forces over China. So let's take advantage of that. Yeah, so I know you're weakened, but bomb them. You're going to bomb them as well. Beautiful. Cruiser. I was diverting this cruiser to... to help guard the mainland Japan. Can this destroyer... I might have this cruiser and this destroyer just accompany those 2 transports, now that I'm thinking about it. We'll see. Maybe next turn, I hope this destroyer can catch up. He's got a movement of 25, and the transports have 15, 16, so we'll try. Alright, I guess that was all my military movement this turn. Boy, was it... I felt like a lot of pressure when I was moving the Pacific Front and the Burmese army. So a couple of big movements. I know it wasn't battles, but logistics are just as important. We got a factory here, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the happiness cap. So much food. We need to turn some of these farms into water mills. I want to make a hydro plant here for power. Can I do anything for happiness? Radio tower. I'm not spending 5 turns for 1 happiness. I could make a jail, reduce war wariness. Nah, I'd rather just convert some of these farms into into water mills and let them starve a little bit. Let's make a hydro plant for power. That'll go well. There's 2 resources over here anyway. Keep training Japanese infantry. We need to keep sending them into China. Wrap up the Chinese war as fast as possible. Send them on into Burma. There's no buildings they can make. Maybe I'll make a couple merchant ships here. Because, yeah, I think we're good on the infantry at the moment because we have that stack of infantry and only 1 transport sending them back and forth. So I'm going to make a merchant ship. Marine. Make a paratrooper here. Yeah. All right. West Point is getting done. 2 turns, almost. Is that worth that? Nah, not in a rush to get this done. I really should not be diverting anybody away from the home front. I know it's boring over here, but it makes me feel comfortable with a fighter patrolling the skies above Japan, or a few fighters doing that, so. Well, you know what? I took out the American carrier fleet, didn't I? What am I afraid of? I could, of course, keep infantry here. But the fighters? I think I might send the fighters into Burma. Because I'm losing the fight in the skies over Burma. Yeah, maybe it's a mistake to be doing that. We have 4 fighters above Japan. Yeah, okay. I took out the American carrier fleet. If I think logically about it, which I should be doing, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's not like the Americans are about to roll up here with aircraft carriers. And if they do, I have bigger problems on my horizon. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shift all my fighters over here to Burma. Especially if I want to start bombing some of these stacks. So let's move you here. Move these guys here. Range of 7. Where can I move you? Move you here. Ooh, we got a lot of new fighters join the fight over here. And I got 1 more. Yeah, I don't feel great about it if I'm honest, but if I think about it, I have nothing to worry about. Because I'm pretty sure the Americans have 0 or maybe 1 aircraft carrier. And they're not about to send them over here to mainland Japan. So, where are we going to send you? Range of 4. Don't get too crazy on me. Where the hell am I going to send a range of 4 guy? Oh my god. That's so sad. 1, 2, 3. He can't even like. Maybe I'll move you to Kunming. I don't think I need to keep you in the air just in case. I can't have these guys getting bombed. I need to keep you on interception for at least another turn. Where can I send you? I'm gonna send you here to Taiwan, and you can start hitting the others of flak here. Range of 4 is so sad. Maybe I'll just keep you over Japan. Okay, your range is so small, I'm just going to keep you over Japan. You can guard Tokyo from here, so I'll keep you there. Alright, let me look at my cities in China. So I don't need 2 garrisons. I'm going to like start consolidating and bringing up my forces if I can. So I don't need 2 garrisons here, is what I'm talking about. So I'll bring you up here. I want to keep a few guys here. Still need to keep a decent stack here because the Chinese communists are here. I'm not about to come attack you on a hill when you have Guerrilla 2. But I would like to get these guys out of here. These guys have all been moved up. I already did that. Okay, I don't think there's anyone else I can really push up to the front lines. Maybe this garrison. So this garrison here. Okay. I got 2 garrisons here as well. Yeah, send you here. Making the Red Cross here. Because I'm going to turn this into a garrison city, so might as well have my garrisons coming out with the medic promotion. You're my worker city. I almost feel like I do want to make a factory here. But this used to be my worker city, but I think it's better that you're making a factory. Like a lot of these Chinese cities, I really need to start pulling up some of these farms and putting down workshops because there's just too much food in a lot of these cities. Okay, anything else that catches my attention? No. Okay, working on the railroad. We're gonna get these 2 tiles done next turn. Yeah, that'll be very helpful. All right, this turn's exciting. This turn was exciting. I'm excited to to make a landing on Hilo next turn, or start attacking them at least. That will change the how they viewed the might of the Japanese Empire. I don't know how they view me at the moment, but me attacking Hawaii directly with boots on the ground will change it. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Hope I was able to bring some enjoyment to your day by showing you guys this whole campaign. Yeah, trying to boost your culture here. Yes, sir. Anything else? I did say before I'm waiting until I secure oil to start another golden age, so all those extra hammers can be put towards oil units, which I think is still the best course of action. I'll go ahead and switch to a merchant ship here. So I need to make 1, 2, 3, 4. We're making West Point here, that's for certain. Can make a merchant ship here. Yeah, it's a bummer about that submarine, but I don't know. Alright. We're making some moves of our own, but I know the Allies are also up to something. I hope I'm the one acting, and they're the ones reacting for as long as possible. Because once they start going on the offensive, I don't know. I guess they're already going on the offensive in Borneo. Okay, enough chit-chat. Time to end this turn. Hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough here in late September. We're approaching a year in this game. Ooh. I just realized I forgot to airlift. This is not the first time I forgot to take advantage of my airlift in Tokyo. That's so embarrassing. I get one airlift a turn and I keep forgetting to do it. Why do I forget to do that? I need to... I feel bad. I could have... Whatever. I could have airlifted one of these infantry into Burma. Okay, yeah. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Sorry. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed late September 1942, and stay tuned for more, and take care.